I'm Jamie and I'm one of the team here at Remarkable. Now, I've had a question earlier from a client who was asking me about markets, about online markets. So I've done a quick video now to explain about online markets and about how you can structure an e-commerce site to be much more effective and increase sales turnover. Most people who design e-commerce sites, they might be using off-the-shelf software, often they do, which they just create general categories, mostly coming from what the client believes is the best choice. Not necessarily always the case, but most cases it's not the best case. And then they upload the website and they get average results. Now, if you structure your website properly in terms of what people are actually searching for, you get much more success. The people who hit that website feel more in tune with it and it communicates to them much better. Okay, so first of all, my definition of a market or an online market is a community of people who share a common interest in a particular subject or activity. Now, these people tend to be little tribes on the internet, little collections, little groups of people that hang around on forums, the same kind of websites, they read the same kind of blog posts. More importantly, they use their own terminology or kind of language. They're normally very focused on a couple of key points as well, needs and desires, and they normally got some kind of community spirit where they communicate to people on different levels. But this is the one we're most interested in now, their own language. Now, I many moons ago was a bit of a rock musician, so to me, jam is not something you put on your toast. Jam is a bunch of musicians getting together and playing impromptu music. We've got riff, we've got shred, we've got relative keys, C major, A minor, G major, E minor. We've got frets, which are part of a guitar instrument, and we've got valve amps, which produce a gorgeous sound if you bang a Les Paul through, but that's going by the by. So rock musicians tend to use their own kind of language. So if you start to tap into that, you build much more of a rapport with your prospects who are coming onto your e-commerce site. So if I start to explain a market in terms of rock musicians itself would be a niche or a subset of a market, but I'm using this for illustrative purposes. So we've got rock musicians. So underneath rock musicians, we'll have particular niches. Now, these niches can be targeted using keywords very specifically. So one of the niches would be, for instance, guitars. This one here might be bass guitars. This one might be drums. Each one should be set differently, specifically. Okay, so we've got guitars. Under guitars, we might have different brands. So I'm a Gibson man, so we might have Gibson, we might have Fender. Within Gibson, you'd have a subset again. So this is a particular type of Gibson guitar, SG, but my particular favourite is a Les Paul. So underneath the Gibson, you'd have a Les Paul. Underneath the Les Paul, you might have standard and gold top, different types of products. But by understanding what people are searching and what they're actually looking for, you can structure your e-commerce much better. Makes it much easier for people to find what they're looking for, making it easier to buy from your e-commerce site, which helps you outsell your competition. So what does all this mean and what does it matter? Okay, so if we understand the keywords which people are using within these niches, we can start to determine intent as well. So not only will your websites be easily found and talking the same kind of language, you can start to work out why people, what they're asking, what are their sales objections. For instance, if we find out there's a lot of people searching for what are the best amps, when it comes to the purchasing cycle, they're fairly low down, they're looking for general information. So it would be worth here, within one of these niches, putting some expert reviews. You know, what is the difference between a Gibson and a Fender? Let's compare the two, let's review it. Let's pull them in on the information stage, then give them a call to action to make a decision on a purchase of either a Gibson or a Fender. However, if we find out that there's a lot of people are searching for what is the price of a Marshall whatever valve amp, we know that they're looking for a specific product, and so we can treat them differently. They wouldn't need so many reviews. They would need the price, they would need reassurance that you're a quality retailer, that you've got a good augmented product in the sense of customer service, money back guarantee, all that kind of stuff. So that's an overview of markets, online markets. So we've got the full market, which is the full community. Then each one is broken down into niches. Those niches can be again split down, and each one should be used to structure an effective e-commerce site. If you do that, you'll be heads and tails above your competition. If you want to speak to me personally about more about marketing niches, or Gibson's, it's fine. My number's up there. Give me a call or Google Become Remarkable, and I'll be more than glad to speak to you. Thank you very much. My name's Jamie.